punch. That's it. I'm not human.
I think you can be better than me. All I've got to do is see what he's like when he takes a proper whack. That's it. Does he stand up? Does he go forward? Because I know he's got the grit.
Well, hopefully we don't find out anytime soon.
You've got to find out. You will find out, and I can't wait for you to find out.
Just about power. It's not just about endurance. It really is the full spectrum. He's got to have strength, he's got to have power, he's got to have capacity and ability to work through those 36 rounds or so.
Dan Lawrence has delivered a stern warning to Chris Eubank Jr., emphasizing that his upcoming clash with Conor Benn will demand far more than just raw power or endurance. According to Lawrence, Eubank must bring a complete package to the ring: strength, stamina, and unshakable mental resilience. If he hopes to survive all 36 minutes, especially during the make-or-break championship rounds. Benn is expected to test him at every turn, and Eubank will need to show he can withstand the pressure and rise above it. This fight isn't just about who hits harder. It's about who can endure when it matters most.
Do you know why I like having my dad here with me in camp? It's boxing royalty. Like, I look at my dad and he reminds me of what I'm capable of, whose son I am, what blood I have running in my veins, where my genes come from. There's nothing I'm more proud about than being my dad's son.
Conor Benn isn't pulling any punches as he turns up the heat ahead of his showdown with Chris Eubank Jr. with unwavering confidence. Benn says having his father in camp is like channeling boxing royalty, a legacy that fuels his fire. Proud and fearless, Benn sees himself as more than just a fighter. He calls himself a savage. His words are laced with intensity, making it clear he's built differently. He's unbothered by pain and ready to take the fight to Eubank Jr., determined to show what true resilience looks like. The only question now is, can Eubank Jr. withstand the storm coming his way?
Difficulty for Conor Benn in this fight is the weight and is the size. I think he's a better fighter. And I think at a natural weight class, he's a big favourite in the fight. But coming up 2 weight classes, it makes it a 50-50 fight. And you ain't going to blink.
On the flip side, Eddie Hearn is raising serious concerns, warning that Conor Benn is about to enter a dangerous minefield. The issue isn't just about Benn's talent. It's the significant size disadvantage he's up against. Jumping up 2 weight classes is no small move. It shifts the entire dynamic of the fight. At his natural weight, Benn might have had the edge, but now he's stepping into unfamiliar territory. The bigger man often carries the upper hand in strength, durability, and physical presence. One misstep from Benn could prove costly. Both fighters have knockout power, and in a bout like this, every second matters. The real question is, can Benn adapt to the size gap, or will it expose his vulnerabilities? This is an all-or-nothing clash, and it's set to be an electrifying one.
In gym, man, I only see one side, but I wasn't expecting him to be as strong as he was. And like, for someone so little, he does pack a punch. And I was intrigued, I was quite shocked by that. I thought I could potentially just bully him because being 2-3, probably like 3, maybe 4 weight classes above him, I just thought I'd be a bit too big. But yeah, he's very, very good. I'm quite intrigued.
Ramon Musa didn't hold back as he delivered a harsh reality check to Chris Eubank Jr. after stepping into the ring to spar with Conor Benn. While coming in several weight classes heavier, Musa expected to control the session with ease. But what unfolded stunned him. Benn, undeterred by the size difference, came at him with a ferocity that Musa hadn't anticipated. It wasn't just his intensity, it was the raw power, precision, and relentless aggression that left Musa rattled. He admits he completely underestimated Benn, walking away from the sparring session with a whole new level of respect and a warning. Now, with Eubank Jr. in Benn's sights, Musa doesn't see this as just another fight. To him, it's a war, and Benn is coming armed to dismantle everything in front of him.
Coming over 2 years, we've waited, so I feel like the date's coming closer and closer to us. But all that time, he's been working on different aspects of his game, and I think he's a lot more improved now than he was 12 months ago. So, it's going to be a tough fight because both Conor and Chris Eubank, as we all know, the history of the fathers, there's a lot of pride there between both of them. So you're going to expect them both to come in tremendous condition for the fight.
Without a doubt, Tony Sims understands that this clash has been building for over 2 years, and now that it's finally on the horizon, the tension is palpable. Behind the scenes, Conor Benn hasn't simply been waiting. He's been tirelessly honing every aspect of his game. Sims is convinced that Benn has undergone a dramatic transformation, far beyond the fighter he was just a year ago. But this isn't just another fight. It's a full-on war, driven by pride and legacy, with the powerful presence of their legendary fathers looming over the rivalry. Both Benn and Eubank are expected to step into the ring in peak condition, ready to resolve a generational dispute. This fight is about more than just skill. It's about honor, identity, and vengeance. The emotional intensity is at its breaking point, and no one can predict what will unfold when these two finally collide.
Understand and get it. Now, I'm friends with Conor. I've known him a long time. Just before he got into professional boxing, he's a lovely young man. He's a lovely kid. I'm not the greatest fan of Chris Eubank Jr, but I'll tell you what, I admire the control the boy has over things. I must admit, I mean, the boy's in such control when it comes to press conferences. He's playing it like he's the orchestra, and he's the guy at the front. He's playing them.
On the flip side, Tony Bellew doesn't hold back. He pours fuel on the fire and sparks it himself. Going all in for Conor Benn, Bellew hails him as a no-nonsense fighter who's been battle-tested long before the spotlight ever found him. But when Chris Eubank Jr.'s name comes up, Bellew's tone shifts drastically. He doesn't pull any punches. Eubank, in his eyes, isn't charismatic. He's calculated and cocky. Bellew cuts through the theatrics, calling out Eubank's ego-driven antics as nothing more than a performance. To Bellew, Eubank is a showman, obsessed with the limelight, rather than a fighter with a focus on legacy. His admiration for Benn runs deep. It's personal, like watching a brother prepare for war. This rivalry, to Bellew, is no longer just about boxing. It's about respect versus reputation. And without a doubt, Bellew is fully backing Benn.
Yeah, I mean, he's stylish and he's skillful. And if that Liam Smith defeat, which worries me a bit for Chris, if that's sort of part of the past, that the rematch was emphatic for Eubank Jr, but it wasn't Liam's night really, and he had an injury going into it. So that defeat that Eubank suffered worries me a bit, but he's fought in better company, and Conor Benn's got it all to prove. But if there's one guy that wants it more, it's Conor Benn. There's no.
On the other side, Adam Smith has sent shockwaves through the boxing world with his brutally honest take on Chris Eubank Jr. and the uncertain road ahead. There's no denying Eubank Jr.'s talent. His skill, charisma, and natural flair are second to none. He has the ability to dismantle anyone in the ring. However, Smith doesn't hold back in addressing a glaring flaw in Eubank's career: his devastating loss to Liam Smith. That defeat still casts a long shadow, raising serious questions about his mental and physical resilience. While the rematch was meant to be a chance for redemption, Smith points out the injury that hindered Eubank. Despite a solid career and impressive victories, that loss exposed Eubank's vulnerabilities. Shifting focus to Conor Benn, Smith emphasizes Benn's hunger, ambition, and unwavering determination to prove his dominance. The burning question now is, can Eubank recover, or will Benn seize the moment and prove he's the superior fighter?
Just the walk, let alone the fight part, it takes a lot of mental strength. It takes a lot of guts, a lot of heart. You know, mental strength, it's a huge thing in boxing.
It's a big thing in life, even outside of boxing, right? In business and in all, I think, great endeavors. Do you think it's something that you can, from what you've seen in the gym, something you can teach or train?
I think you...
Frank Warren didn't pull any punches when discussing Chris Eubank Jr., going as far as to call him a prick in a harsh critique of Eubank's character. Warren didn't hold back, confronting Eubank head-on and making it clear that he couldn't stand the way Eubank carries himself, particularly in public. This wasn't just a disagreement about boxing. It was a clash of egos, a bitter battle of personalities. Warren's explosive comments only served to heighten the already tense atmosphere surrounding the fight. Eubank's cocky, brash persona has made him a polarizing figure, and Warren's public takedown only deepened the divide. Meanwhile, the animosity between Eubank and Conor Benn has evolved from a professional rivalry into something far more personal. The stakes have never been higher. This isn't just about boxing anymore. It's about pride, reputation, and ensuring the other doesn't have the final word. This battle is no longer just a fight. It's a war of legacy.
It's a mismatch on paper, of course it is. It's a fella that won a British title at welterweight, who hasn't boxed for a long time, against a faded world-class middleweight. So I haven't really got any interest, to be honest.
Egg slap not get you excited for us?
Not really, no. I'm not really an excitable guy.